Everybody knows that the Italians thought that they can just become the Romans again and become all big and powerful, but that's not how it really played out. You see, after the Germans crushed France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg, the Italians decided to move in and crush remaining French resistance in Fiji, France. However, what they didn't expect was an entire French battalion to easily wipe out 200,000 Italian soldiers at Gallipoli. This was the first of one of major Italian adventures in World War II that went horribly wrong and probably set the stage for no more Roman expansion. In 1940, after officially declaring war on Britain and Free France, the Italian Empire decided to move in after Egypt. What they didn't expect, though, was that the British to hold out, and even though they managed to push within 100 kilometers, or 60 miles if you're American, into Egyptian territory, they had to build a camp under the General Kaskamora. Eventually, this general told the soldiers to retreat after losing much oil, and with Rommel taking charge, they did manage to kind of hold out, but they were overall defeated here. To distract British troops advancing on Italian positions, the Italians decided to attack the Greek peninsula. At first, it went successful, but then, after Greek troops discovering many Italian tanks going missing and finding them, managed to push back all the way half into Albania's territory. Eventually, Churchill called this defeat a soft underbelly, calling Italy the Europe's soft underbelly, which was really embarrassing for the time. This even led, however, this was so bad that the Germans had to get involved, using a campaign through the Balkans, eventually invading Yugoslavia due to their coup. Finally managed to defeat Greece, but their plan also kind of worked because the British had to move troops to Greece, and that led to the Italians actually pushing back all the way to where they started, and even a little more with Rommel and German aid. For their last campaign, they just decided to gamble on Italian and British East Somalia, which actually went perfectly. That was one of the only perfect campaigns they've had, until everything went wrong. You see, the British had been secretly ganging up on Ethiopia this whole time, and suddenly a huge army from Yemen, Sudan, and South Sudan charged into Ethiopia and took them over within 2 weeks, liberating their territories. Eventually, the Americans came. After the Japanese did a little kaboom, the Americans did 2 kabooms to them, and also destroyed the Italians all the way to Tunisia, which eventually led to the British also destroying them all the way back to the border of Tunisia. After sieging Tunisia, they took it. Next, they decided to go after Sicily. Americans and British both made a landing on Sicily. It took 300,000 deaths just to make it on the island, an extra 100,000 to push the entire Axis army out of the island. Americans continued pushing, captured Rome, and formed southern Italy. Mussolini tried to escape to North Italy, but was ultimately captured by many partisans who wanted to be part of South Italy. That concludes all of Italy's campaigns of World War II. Not a good look on Italian history.